Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Great to have you here. I'm glad that you guys are here. It's amazing that you guys are here. I love having you guys. I love talking to you guys about random stuff, that I do. I either play games, do vlogs, not vlogs, but videos about my life or whatnot. But this video that I'm going to do, it's college football related. So if you guys don't know, I am an Alabama fan. Nowadays, that doesn't sound good coming out of the mouth. Just looking at college football in general and other teams and how they're doing. Alabama was a dynasty back under Nick Saban. I will sit here and say we were very spoiled as Alabama fans, getting Saban to come to Tuscaloosa and play and winning championships for us, championships. So the Oklahoma, a little backstory. So Oklahoma Boomer Sooners host the Tuscaloosa Roll Tide, Alabama. Going into this game, I was thinking, like every other fan, hey, we'll go into this, we'll win. It may be, close and maybe blowing them out the water, but let's get ready for the Iron Bowl because that's what we're looking to. It looked like this team came into this game, they weren't prepared. It looked like they were thinking about like every other fan's mindset is, they're looking to the next game. It's okay, like for us fans, right? Like we looked forward to the next game, but like you guys are playing the game. You need to be locked into this game, and you guys weren't at all. I will say though that the refs, they did call back a touchdown that I believe we deserved. At that game, during the game when that happened, I chuckled like I am now because it was just so ridiculous. Like clearly he was in. Clearly Ryan Williams had his foot hit the end zone before he went out. You know what I mean? The ball was caught. It wasn't babbled around. He had clear control. And so on and so forth. So, for that to be called back, I was like, okay, so it's going to kind of be like this kind of game that, where the refs are going to call some shitty calls. But I mean, other than that one, there wasn't really much they called that was crazy like that. I mean, the rest of the damage that was done during this game after that was us. Maybe the players got defeated and was acting like, whatever we do, now it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, of course it matters. You're in the game, and you gotta win. Looking at, I'm gonna go through and talk about what I thought individually of people. For one, I'm gonna start with Jalen Milroe, and that's probably gonna be a lot of my focus on this. By the way, the score, it was 24-3. If you guys did not know, or haven't checked it out yet, or any of that sort. But going back to Jalen Milroe. So Jalen Milroe, he threw picks during this game. Obviously something you don't want to do. He's had a problem with this all season. And I just don't understand. It's your last year, right? I get you're still a college kid, but you're preparing for the NFL. So if I was a team, right, that's scouting you for the NFL and possibly going to draft you, and if you're playing, if this is the product that I'm getting from you, why do I want to draft you, right? Why does any team, what are you giving teams that are looking at you? What are you giving them to see, like, I want you on my team? When you're playing like that tonight, you're not at all giving them anything. All right, give me a second, guys. I want to put you guys down because it is cold. It's cold here. So now we're back. So Milroe, he's threw picks. If I was him, man, I'd be playing better. Like, dude, you're getting ready to go to the NFL here. What are you doing? You know what I mean? when I look at Jalen Murrow, and ever since he stepped on the field at Alabama, he played. He's a running quarterback, obviously. So you would think he's two-dimensional, just on paper, and not really when you take it at face value. I mean, and you don't really look into deep dive his stats and everything, right? So, but no, he is a one-dimensional quarterback, and that is his legs. That's all he's got. All he's got is his legs. Their arm accuracy is subpar. It is very subpar. It is not even average. It's like on the cusp of being average. But he does have arm strength. He could throw a deep ball. I'll give him that. He could throw a deep ball. His mental awareness for the game and for football itself. Now, obviously, if you threw me out there on the field right now, I couldn't throw worth a shit, right? But when it comes to the player, and he's in a college team, and he's trying to get his team in the playoffs, dude, you gotta be playing, obviously, some damn good football, right? You gotta know what's going on as a quarterback. From what I hear, like other quarterbacks talk about, you could hear it like on YouTube, TV, and everything, and hear my coaches tell the quarterbacks, of my team, I played high school, like, you got to know what's going on. Like, at all times, you're the field general. That's the quarterback. You are literally the coach in a sense of, like, obviously having to play, you have to run, having to execute the play. But, like, if you see something that's, like, if the defense gives you a different look than what their preset is in, then you need to switch the play or adjust something right there, right? But no, this man doesn't. He plays through what's been given to him. If the defense adjusts, he doesn't adjust. He just goes with it and tries to execute the play. But you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just watching, you could sit there and you can ask somebody that's watched football all their life, and they'll tell you can't do that. Like, you have to be able to adjust and be aware of your surroundings. It's not there for him. Like, it seems like the game of football for him is still moving so fast for him. Like, too fast for him, where he can't break down everything on the field at all. Like, he just knows what the play is that's been given to him by the coach, and that's what he goes with. I think he should have been benched after he threw the first pick six. Maybe, he's hurt, or because I knew there was talks about him being hurt or whatever. Missouri game, I think, before the Missouri game, and they look different or whatever. But I think he should be benched, man. I think maybe it was nerves. Like, it could have just basically been plain old simple nerves, jitters. Like, oh, this game's becoming too big for me. Let me sit down a couple plays. Like, dude, you can't be too prideful not to just go take yourself out the game for a little bit. Go send Ty in there, and then, let him do a couple drives, and then you go back in. You know what I'm saying? You can't be too prideful. You got to be humble, right? And he seems like, for the most part, humble guy. But, he is also an athlete, so he's competitive by nature. And it probably got the best of him, But, yeah, so another thing about Jalen Murrow is that I've noticed from watching him as an Alabama fan, there was a coach that told him, like, hey, like, you're not going to make it far as a quarterback. You need to switch positions. And he took that as an insult with a grain of salt. I think I was watching something of an interview of him when he was told that. He was telling people that. But I think you honestly, dude, I know it's too late now and you can't do it now, but I think if you had the time back, you probably should have. Like, just try it out for like a game or two. Like, be like, hey, Coach Saban, let me try running back or slot receiver. Let me see, what I do and how better of a player I am as a different position, and see how it goes. And if it worked out better for you, hey, obviously you can play that position better than a quarterback, brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like, this is ridiculous. Like, to see, like, because it was rocky last year, and people rode with him. I was like, I see his flaws, you know what I mean? But he's still our quarterback, so I'm going to ride with him and let him do his thing. And we made it to the playoffs, you know? This year, obviously, we didn't make it to the playoffs. And there's flaws from last year. May have gotten like a smidge better, you know what I'm saying? But it's still there, dude. Like, it's still live and well. You can see that he's still a one-dimensional quarterback. He can throw averagely at best, you know, now from not being able to throw nothing at all last year. And it's just upsetting, you know, because, like, you could have, I don't know, like, if he was playing a different position, you could give Ty Simpson more reps, you know what I mean, and have him be a better quarterback individually, you know, himself, like, make him improve, you know. And it's just sad, bro. It's sad because I think if he does get drafted, he's either going to be benched, number one, or he's going to go to a team like Carolina, get started because he's the only other option that's fresh, new, athletic, you know, there. And he's going to have 2 years that are terrible. And then he's going to be in a Bryce Young situation where the company and the team you're playing for is already sucking, you know what I mean? Now you just look like you made it worse in a lot of people's eyes, and people are not going to want you. And then what do you do? Where do you go from here? You know what I'm saying? You can go, at that point, I think Bryce, man, he might as well just leave Carolina and go back up, be a backup for somebody. Like, you know, that's my opinion. But that could happen. Or he won't get drafted at all, which I think is very highly not going to happen because he obviously is going to get drafted. But it's just like, dude, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? But anyways, also I think too, maybe he might go to the NFL, right? Get drafted as a quarterback, and then he goes to a team that's obviously got a quarterback, but then he ends up switching positions and being better at that. Maybe he does it then, you know. Maybe he takes that advice when he gets to the NFL. Who knows? But as a quarterback, Jalen Murrow, if he doesn't, you know, if he doesn't get his act together and play, you know, and maybe hopefully get in the playoffs, which is highly unlikely, or when he goes to the NFL, man, if you don't get your shit together and learn how to throw a ball accurately, like when you get called upon to throw the ball, you know, and if you can somehow adjust yourself and work on your awareness for the game of football, you know, if you can master that too over the summer, if you could do those things, you'll be all right, man. But if you can't, dude, if you don't, dude, you're going to have, because people think, oh, like, college is hard. It's hard sport to play in. Yeah, it is, but, well, hard league, yeah, but NFL is the best of the best. Like, you got people, and you have some people that are a little behind, yeah, but for the most part, you have people that have been playing for years in there, and they know their shit. They know when they go to play, they know how to make the quarterback, you know, throw the ball their way and then make an interception, make a big play, sack the quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Bring pressure up through the middle to get to the quarterback, you know what I'm saying? They know how to do all this. And so he's in a world of hurt if he doesn't get his shit together. Seriously. So that's all I'm going to say about Jalen Murrow. Now on to Kalen DeBoer. So Kalen DeBoer, people were saying he's winning, la-di-da-di. Everybody was happy that we got coach that's been winning. But honestly, he's an average quarterback. Not a quarterback, guys. I'm stupid. Head coach. He's an average head coach, right? And he brought below average for the division and the conference they were going to be in, brought below average coaches with them, become their OC and DC. Like Kane Womack, I don't know what the fuck you doing, buddy, but get the fuck out of here. Go back, pack your bags, go back to Washington, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this SEC stage in Alabama is too big for you, okay? You need to leave, man. Just go. Seriously. I don't even know why you're here. I don't even know why you're traveling back with the team, man. You should see if Oklahoma's hiring. You know what I mean? But Kane Womack, Sheridan, something. I don't know how you say his name. But he needs to stay in Oklahoma too, or go back to Washington. You know what I mean? Kalen DeBoer, you need to hire some SEC coaches, buddy. Okay? You need to hire an SEC OC that's been playing in this division and conference forever. You know, since I was born at least. You need to hire them as your OC and DC. Okay? People with some experience in the league that knows how to gameplay. Will make a game plan for the teams in the league because it's a different conference. And obviously, this season was a wake-up call for Kalen DeBoer too, and the rest of the team that's coming back. It's a wake-up call that SEC, anything can happen on every given Saturday. You know what I mean? So you need to do that. And listen to the fans, seriously. Because you could say to the fans that are telling you information like, oh, you don't coach, you never had a coaching job, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, you're right, and we never done it. And, look, most of us would be the first ones to tell you, like, if we got put in that position, we won't be able to do it because we just start out, obviously. That's something new. You just don't wake up and do it. But as diehard football fans have been watching football and watching coaches come up, dude, you obviously need some help. You know what I mean? Bring some OCs and defensive coordinators that are going to help you make you look better. You know what I'm saying? Because the ones you're doing now, they ain't doing that. They ain't doing that for you. So yeah, I don't understand what the deal is with the coaches and the game plan. They didn't obviously have the boys coached up good enough, and if they did, they didn't want to adjust too, because obviously it's not always on Jalen Milroe and the quarterback when he sees something on the field. It's, Kalen DeBoer needs to take that time out and adjust, you know what I'm saying? Or if he sees the way they're playing right now, adjust to the way they're playing, you know what I mean? So you can have different plays in the book that's going to get you some yardage, you know what I'm saying? Or a touchdown, you know what I mean? Hey, if we were first down after first down after first down after first down, I do not mind that at all, because that's leading to a touchdown eventually. You know what I'm saying? But you're over here, we're 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20, 4th and 10, buddy. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And it's like, it feels like the whole game. Because at first it was 3-3. I was like, all right, cool. Well, I called my brother up. I was like, hey, Bo. Hey, Bo. It's going to be another South Carolina game. And look, it was what South Carolina should have been. South Carolina game should have been. They should have beat us. They should have. We should be already at 3 losses and not be in this talking point of, playoffs. We shouldn't. South Carolina should have beat us. Hell, Georgia should have beat us. Georgia should have. It looked like they were going to. So, yeah, that's ridiculous. But all in all, like I said, 24-3 final at Oklahoma. It's crazy. Hopefully we can beat Auburn at the Iron Bowl. Do something. Jeez. Oh, man. It irritates me. But anyways, guys, like I said, we're in the era of DeBoer right now. We were spoiled under Nick Saban. Roll Tide fans, we kind of need to grow up here, move on, and let it go that we're never going to get back Nick Saban. It's going to be a long time to get somebody that's equivalent or somewhat near a Nick Saban. You know what I'm saying? But there are two teams in the league that's been hungry all year, and that's proven it week in and week out. We, as Alabama Dynasty, we are a subpar average dynasty now. And that we're going to have to face some music on that. But like I said, there's 2 teams in the league that's, hungry for that natty gold, and that's proven it week in and week out, and that's Oregon Ducks and Ohio State Buckeyes. And, if they do the same thing next year, I think the year after that, they'll be the same. I think there's it's the time. Georgia, their average team as well. Still good, but average. And I think the Oregon Ducks and Ohio State Buckeyes are going to be a contender to reckon with for the next, at least, I think, 2 or 3 years. From next 2 or 3 years. Now, Alabama could get better. Kalen DeBoer could get his own advice from fans and people around him, like, hey, I do need to fire these people. He could change it around, you know what I'm saying? But I think right now how it's looking and how the season's been going, you know, I don't see us being a contender. I think for the next two years, if he keeps the same people and does the same stuff, man, we might be lucky to get to SEC title game. You know what I mean? We might get lucky. You know what I'm saying? To get that, we definitely gonna be pitting these bowl games up, man. Like they're nothing. So, anyways, guys, I love you guys so much. Like I said, I'm a Roll Tide fan. Go Alabama. If you didn't know, please support, share, like. I'm sorry for the long video. I try to keep them a little bit on the short end for you guys as much as possible. But hope you enjoy. Love you guys. Peace.